Greetings, my inky friends. Larry here with Larry's Fountain Pen Reviews. Yes. Well, how's it going, everybody? Hope you all been doing well. And are you ready for a little bit of ink? Let's do a little inky stuff here. What do you say? First, before I get started and tell you why I'm going to do some particular inks, I want to explain something to you. So, we're going to talk about Robert
Oster
inks. Yep. So, have you heard of a guy who runs Federalist Pens? Here's his card right here. Right there. Okay. All right. Well, a while back up in the day, and I can look up the date or I can ask Frank for more detail, but I just wanted to give you kind of heads up how this all came to be. Frank from Federalist Pens somehow down the line, Robert Oster met him, found him, they connected with each other, the charisma, the love, everything that makes two complete different planets come into one. That's kind of how I put them together. When Robert met Frank, you know, Robert Oster from Australia, the ink guy that puts out some amazing inks, some really kick inks. Well, he invited Frank to be the U.S. dealer. So Frank is the original U.S. dealer for the Robert Oster inks. So, Frank sent me a couple of samples of some ink, and I purchased a bottle of ink because I had to have it, right? You know how that is, okay. So, the one I want to show you is going to be Frankly Scarlet. And this is the Robert Oster signature, the 2nd anniversary in the U.S. So, let's get this little jewel pop so you can see what it looks like. That was some amazing information, and I'm using it on my Rhodia dot pad paper, okay? Alright, now I'm going to be using the Frankly Blue for Federalist Pens, Robert Oster signature, and this is our 1st anniversary in the U.S. 2017. All right, so this should be interesting. Isn't that pretty? What do you think, Mr. Announcer?
Yeah, it has that earthy tone that I like too.
Really sweet. So Robert Oster out there in Australia, somewhere out there, you're kicking it, my friend. Now, here's this one I've been looking at on Robert's website right here, and I had to have it. Had to have this green. It was a must-have. You know, my favorite colors are blue and green. So let's get into this ink and see what it's all about. I'm gonna put that right there. Close it up, because once I had, 5 or 6 bottles like this of Robert Oster when I was first getting into their inks, and I knocked them all down all over this table. It was sad. Here is the Frankly Green. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so there you have it right there. Right here is the Frankly Green. All right, here's Robert Oster inks. Roberto. And this is the grain, frankly. Grain. And this one is the frankly blue. And this is their first anniversary right here. All right. And then last but not least, scarlet. And this is their second anniversary. So, by the way, this pen, amazing pen, has a wave on it, and that's all I say right now. I'll be reviewing it soon. What's taking me so long is trying to find the history I need for it. All right, well, here it is. The Robert Oster inks. And you can find these here at Federalist Pens and Paper. There's Frank's email and Frank's number if you want to get a hold of him. So give him a buzz if you're interested. For all you ink lovers out there, this got to be right up your alley. So, you know, how cool is it that somebody like Robert Oster would just hook up with somebody, pick somebody out of the whole pen crowd, and hey, it had to be Frank for whatever reason, and bam, that was his choice. That was the guy. So, a year later, we're still doing it. Well, he's still doing it, rather. Well, that's going to do it, folks. Right here. Check out Federalist Pens. All you got to do is pick up the number, call, or check out his website. That's going to do it today, but I had to do this review. It's not a full review, but it's a review showing the colors of the ink. That's what I like to do mostly. And, you know, I think there's some awesome colored inks. Take care, my friends. Time to shut it down. Call it a day. Be safe. Wash some hands. And, as always, don't text and drive. Bye-bye. Peace out.